Okay, I actually deleted the rig layer. So what I want to do again is select all by type and say NURBS curves, and then deselect all the, just going through and deselecting all the facial shapes. So I don't want them to be a part of this new layer that I'm making, since I already have them under. So just paying attention to make sure I'm selecting just face controllers. Okay, everything else looks good. And from here, we can put this under a new layer, rename this to rig, rig controls, and say save. And so here we can, I think because these, they're going to turn off anyway because they're part of the head shape, or that they're a child of that, so just being a part of it just basically turns off all the rig. But then if you just want to turn off the rig, just the facials, you can turn off the facials. So that's kind of what I was looking for. A little better. And then from here I'll go back to just collapsing things that I'm not really using, just to have a clean outliner. And then, so now with the skin, we want to go to our paint weights tool to actually clean up some of the weighting that we've, some of the weird weighting that we have. But we also want to create a range of motion file as well that will kind of give us a it'll actually, I'll show you. We'll create a quick range of motion file. So with that, I'm going to select the root and the spines and the chest. And so this is just our torso mainly. And I'm just going to hold down Shift E, which is going to set a rotation key. And then at, say, frame 5, I'm going to hit the E key and rotate. We'll just kind of rotate in like 15 to, well, let's say 25. So this is going to just really kind of push that. It's really going to push that over. And if I go to 10 and say minus 25, puts it over onto the other side, puts that rotation, and I'll hit Q and just deselect by clicking somewhere outside. And I'm going to go to both hand controls and say follow root. But I'm not getting, oh, you know why? I see. So did I select the root? I did. Okay. Interesting. I just want to make sure. So if I follow root and rotate from here, that should exactly do what I want it to. So just follow root is turned on. Follow root is turned on. Okay, so that looks like it didn't put keys. So from here, okay, so here I want to go and undo this, and I'm just selecting all my torso and my root controllers and going to set a rotation. Is that because Yep. That's exactly why. My controller is set to, it has different coordinates from the spine. So from here, I can actually set these. So actually I'm just going to select the root and the hips for right now. And just go, say like, let's go -20. And then +20 on this one. Okay. Then for this guy, we want to zero out at 1. And then we'll want to select our spine, both spines and chest, and go to 0 and hit Control E. Then frame 5, go and say 20. And then on 10, we'll go to -20. And then 15, I'll grab the hips and we'll zero those out. And also grab these spine joints and also zero. And then so this one we'll just go forward -30, and then backwards 30. And actually I'm going to go to the head and turn off follow world. So I don't want any of that forward rotation happening on these keys. So 10 and 5. So I want to actually so go to 0 here and 0 here. There we go. So forward, backwards. Okay. And then I'll probably just select all these and just do a basic reset pose. Whoops, I don't want to hit S. I just want to go to Control E and then select the neck and the head. And from here I'm going to Control E at 25 and then frame 30. Actually I'm just going to go, I'll go to frame 30. And so in X, rotate like 45 degrees. And whoops. All right, and then I actually want to extend my timeline. And to do that, if you go to right to this one, set the end time, and we'll say 100. We want this one to be 100 as well. If I would have done this one first, it would have just done. So if I go 150, it'll set this one as well. So 30 and say 35, we'll go to -45. And then 40 will go back to zeros. Oops. And then just go to a forward position. So -30. And 45 will go to +30. So these ones, I don't want any rotation on the Z. No rotation on the Z here. Just hitting 0. So it's just left, right, down, back. And then back to 0. Alright. And I'll just do a key selected. So I'm just selecting those with my left mouse, and then if you right click and say key selected, it will put a key on there. And so just kind of looking through here, so left, back, forward. This is basically just a range of motion just to kind of look and see what our skin looks like, what our skinning work looks like. And I'll probably switch these guys over to FK currently. FK seems to, on the arms, make it a little easier. To see those. And also, I'll set the legs to FK as well. And then I can do all my rotations. So, from this one, so we stopped at 50. Oh, actually, let's see. I want to actually leave my legs as IK just so they look like they're planted to start. And then at frame 50, we'll set a keyframe and key select on that. And then 0 to here. Okay, and so since that is adjusting, I'll go to 49 and say 0. And then 50, we switch to FK. And then so from here, we can make our adjustments. So I'm just going through and selecting all the joints. So at frame 50, I'm saying I'm hitting Control E. And from here, we'll go to 55 and go back. So let's say minus 60. And then 60 will go positive 60. So we start getting some weird rotations, but you can actually get a pretty good feel for those rotations of how you can actually make that change however you want to. And then we'll go back to 0. Whatever helps you visualize how your joints are performing. It's a good thing. And I'm only doing the left side because I'll mirror my weights from the left back over to the right. So with this next one, we want to actually select the clavicle, shoulder, elbow, and the hand. So the shoulder I named arm, just for basically, okay, so from 65 we're going to hit Control E, and then we'll go to 70, and we'll basically raise up our arm. Let's do like minus 45. Oh, 45, sorry. 45, and then 75. Let's just bring that arm down, basically down to his side. And so that looks like it's about, let's go negative 10. And then back to 80, we'll zero these all out and set a key on all. We want a key on all of these. And 75, we also want keys on all. So you can actually hit Control E, set a key on all those. And then 80 will go basically in Y. So I'm just kind of pushing that arm up. Let's say negative 50. Looks good. And then let's go backwards. So say 30. Yeah, 30 looks, let's go 35. Just push a little bit. So it does look like a pretty clean skin job. Pretty happy about. And then I'll just zero those all out again and do another key selected. So everything, so Shift-E. All right, so and then I'll just go through. All right, and then for this next one, I'll probably do the fingers. So at 90, and I want to select all the finger joints. And it looks like, yeah, these look pretty clean. Actually really pleasantly surprised at how well the skin looks. So I think I can just select all the controllers, all the finger controllers. And we're going to say Control E on 90, and then Control E on 105, and then 95 we're going to go all on the Z to, let's say, -70, and then 100 will splay out. So we'll just go to, like, say 40. All right. Looks good. Okay. Just checking to see if there's anything. For the face, we'll work on the face once we get the body pretty much to our liking. And from here, I'm going to do a Control S to save where my rig is currently at, which is in a good state. So just Control S, just make sure that we're saved there.